Trust in the American press has reached an all-time low, according to a new poll by Gallup. It shows that the majority of Americans are very distrustful toward the media and any of the claims made by the press. In fact, only 32% of the respondents in this poll, in this Gallup survey, indicated that they trust the mainstream media a great deal or a fair amount. And that ties Gallup's lowest historical reading previously recorded in 2016. So another 29% of US adults have not very much trust, while a record high 39% register none at all. This nearly 4 in 10 Americans who completely lack confidence in the media is the highest on record by 1 percentage point. It is 12 points higher than the 2016 reading. So this latest poll marks just the second time, along with last year, that the share of Americans who have no confidence in the media has surpassed the percentage with a great deal or a fair amount of trust in the media. Gallup first asked this question back in 1972, and it has tracked it nearly every year since 1997. Trust ranged from 68% to 72% in 3 readings in the 1970s, and though it had declined by the late 1990s, it remained at the majority level until 2004, when it fell to 44%. After rebounding slightly to 50% in 2005, it has not risen above 47% since. Now, none of that really surprises me. The fact that you see this decline in trust toward the media, especially in 2004, that's during the Iraq War. It's after the Bush administration launched it and claimed that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, which of course turned out to be a complete and utter lie. That war was cheerleaded by the press, and I think that there was a big price to pay for the lies that were told by the media leading up to the preemptive war the United States waged, and things have only gotten more chaotic and worse ever since then.
So dropping from 72 points to 32 points in trust is just a world of difference. It went from most Americans, over 7 out of 10 going, yeah, the media makes sense, I listen to it, and it's giving me the real news. To only 3 out of 10 Americans. You lost 40% of the country. They don't trust you anymore, they don't believe it. Now, whenever mainstream media sees this, they don't believe the poll. I got news for you, and they think it's bewildering. They don't understand it at all. So I can explain it to you. So first, there's a phenomenon that led to this that isn't really anybody's fault. It's splintering of the media. So in the old days, we had Walter Cronkite, we had 3 stations, and everybody watched Walter Cronkite, and everybody watched ABC, CBS, NBC. They all got the same news. So they didn't know not to trust it, right? So since then, there's been a great splintering. After the Fairness Doctrine was taken away, right-wing radio began, and they started to pound away at the media, right? And then Fox News obviously came and did a lot of damage. And then we got independent media, you got progressive media. Now people are confused as to what to trust, and they stop believing in mainstream media as much. So that is one part of the phenomenon. But the second part of the phenomenon is much more important. Mainstream media lost their trust because they're not telling them the truth, and everybody knows it except the people working in mainstream media. So why? If you're in mainstream media, you're bewildered. You're like, what do you mean not telling them the truth? We don't make up anything. We're not like Alex Jones or anything. We have facts and we report facts. No, guys, a lot of it is in your omissions, and it's in your context, in your lack of analysis, etc. So I can give you specific examples. First of all, you cater to the powerful. So when I was on MSNBC, they would warn me about being too tough on the guests, including a former Republican who was trying to cut Social Security. And I said, why is it wrong to be tough on him? Because they think they need access to power. And how are you going to get access to power? Let's be honest, by kissing power's ass. So you tell people, not only explicitly, but more importantly, implicitly, that the powerful are good and honorable people. They have your best interests in mind. And it's not just for politicians. You turn on CNBC and they keep telling you that the CEOs have your best interests in mind. These multinational corporations, they're the beloved. And here comes another CEO, and they tell you that you should believe him, that they present his side of the case, almost never presenting the worker side of the case, almost never presenting the side that the politicians are all liars, when we all know that they're liars. And of course, the golden calf, which is the corruption, The money that is given to politicians is an obvious bribe that 90% of the country can see, both right wing and left wing. And everyone in media says, no, it's not. It's not a bribe. No, they're giving millions of dollars, sometimes billions of dollars because they agree, the general welfare, charity. You guys are being absurd. They're all bribes. And for every day you don't call them what they are, you lose credibility. For every day you tell us that these politicians are honorable, decent people who have real ideology and are having intellectual debates, you lose credibility. Everybody else on planet Earth knows that they're liars and they take bribes. So that's why nobody believes you anymore. There you go, you're welcome, I just explained it.
If you enjoyed this video, that's because of our members. They make us independent, they make us strong, and they make us honest. Become a member today by hitting the join button below.